should.
Hello, welcome to Andertons TV. My name is Pete.
My name is Jack.
Yeah, we got Jack back in. It's amazing, and I'm so happy that you can come and join us today.
They've revived me.
Exactly. I feel it's
cryogenically
like, oh no,
frozen.
He was frozen down. He's been like, I got him out of the thing. You've seen that scene, you know.
And just like anything frozen, it doesn't taste that good when you get it out.
I didn't.
I was better when I was fresh, so I'm sorry.
I have to tell you,
second-hand goods.
the scene from Austin Powers when he gets defrozen.
Yeah,
that's what we had to do
with me.
With Jack. It's like he was weeing. Psst. Complete. You remember that?
No, it's took now. I just did what most people do: is when you go, when you hear a story and you go, "Yeah, I've seen it," and then you didn't know, and then he said the next bit,
then
I got it,
and then exactly,
and then I got it. Yeah.
Exactly. So anyway, I thought we was going to call this 4 synths and a guitar.
Yeah,
with reference to probably other videos that you've seen, not on YouTube, but probably other places.
Well,
but
this is going to be an odd one. This is going to be an odd one. It's the first
strange.
one back,
I got
and the powers that be said, "I tell you what, let's get Danish Pete and myself in a room and somehow get them to fight each other." Ideally, they wanted me dressed as Rick Wakeman with keytars and everything else to go with it,
and capes. But we didn't have any capes.
It's late in the day in Guildford, and
it is late in the day. And I've got something in my eye for some reason. I don't know what happened there. It's just all of a sudden.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Well, I didn't put anything in your eye.
No, I know.
No,
unfortunately not. So, anyway.
Other than licks that I'm spraying around.
Exactly. Lots of licks.
Pentatonic licks.
Pentatonic licks, because that's all I can play. Exactly. Nothing else. So, what keys have you got, man?
We've got a Roland JDXA, a Dave Smith Pro 2, a Nord Lead A1. God, I sound like I'm slowing down, like a computer broken. And a Moog or Moog. If you're the Americans, I know we're gonna.
I don't know what to say because
you're gonna now become the feature of the wrath of the synth community.
Am
and
I?
you're going to feel it. I felt
because
it.
I don't know anything about
you need a
anything.
thick skin.
But you know what? I don't mind because I really, honestly don't know. I know I've got a Nord.
Yeah, great.
But a 3.
Well, you get one when you're born in Denmark.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. This you just get.
It's one of those things.
Yeah,
Scandinavian.
But anything else, I'm just looking at it, and from my point of view, I just go. It lights up and it goes. And I have no idea what else to do with it.
It feels good. It feels like I'm in a cockpit right now.
Or back in the 80s or something. Or cockpit back in the 80s.
And not in a cockfight, but in a cockpit. And I got a Moog Sub 37. They're all roughly the same price.
Yeah. So what are we talking?
Like over a G.
Okay, over G.
Over a G. Because we're in Guildford, G unit.
Yeah. G1. We're G1 as well.
Prices. Okay, I'm going to stitch P up and say that prices will be in the in description.
In the description.
Someone's got to write it out.
Yeah,
There's not much other than what I've done is I've set these up all with their initial patch or init patch. Init, just with one N, not 2 N's. But that's how they say it. Often it's if they've got a screen, it'll say like here. It says init program. Yeah, see?
Oh, it does. In it.
Yeah, I love it. Ali G was a big synth guy.
Yeah,
and
that's where that came from. That whole thing, wasn't it? Yeah.
And so this one, it's in it. They're all on there in it, and I've set the pitch. But most importantly, the pitch bend is all been set to a tone, so I can
go. So you can go.
Every.
Oh, I'm on there. What's happening? You go. But with the.
It sounds way worse than But we're gonna whittle. You got a ditto down there.
I was gonna loop some stuff and then see what happens. Then we're just gonna whittle around. Honestly, I don't really know much about these keyboards.
No, I think
must be completely.
If we have a little play, and I'm gonna try equally kind of fiddle with each one, and then after a jam, I can say what it sounds like in the room.
Yeah, let's do it. Shall I just come up with like a little?
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it's in a nice key for me.
What key would you like it in?
I'll take any key. I'll take any key.
Oh, there you go.
was going to try and play it down on all of them at the same time. Right. Okay.
So, I'm playing, man. So that, yeah, you tell me what happened.
Well, what happened is we just moved through the bottom up to the top there, and essentially here, which one did you think sounded fattest in the room? Fat with a PH fat.
So we've got a little Laney 4x4 little speaker that we hear in the room,
which I've watched a great review of.
Oh, we did that with you,
yeah. Not me.
No. Mick was.
It was great.
I was literally like, listen, let's just go to the pub next door and just try to do some stuff. And
we should just do that now.
That was good. We should do, but not record anything.
No, exactly. Take the synths around there, we get kicked out.
Exactly. What is
Being
that?
Airy.
We got enough light in here.
Yeah, exactly.
Which one sounded fattest in the room? You know what? To be completely honest with you,
You were just listening to the pentatonic, weren't you?
Yeah.
What if I just give you if I have swang?
Okay, swings.
Yeah.
So I'll look away.
I'll play like some dodgy blues licks.
Okay.
Right?
I'll shut my eyes.
Alright.
2.
Alright.
Hmm.
Oh.
Oh God. Difficult. Maybe number 3.
Yeah, it sounded really fat.
I think number 3 was
In the
one
room,
for
it
me in the
sounds.
room.
Yeah, PH fat with all the kids.
Which one is it?
Yeah, kids would be headbanging. That was the Nord.
Was it
I
the
literally
Nord?
went right to left. I went right to left, and that.
Oh, you did. Okay.
And
I
a
thought
little
you
bit
were-
of why we chose these for is that here we've got the JDXA, which has got an analog heart to it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of digital bits in there too, so very flexible.
Yeah.
And the Pro 2 we've got here is an analog thoroughbred from Dave Smith. You might remember the Prophets, or have you ever seen a Prophet?
Yeah, I've seen the original one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has to
And,
start up 2 weeks before you use it or something.
All the kids are using them. All
Yeah.
the cool kids.
Oh, they are?
James Blake.
Yeah. You?
Uh,
Are you using one?
I'm not using one. I'm not cool enough.
Cool kid.
And then that Nord in here sounds very brassy and
Yeah.
fat, doesn't it? I think that might be like with guitar, because these, even on their initial patches, there's a bit of reverb
And
there.
there's a bit of reverb in it.
Bit of reverb there.
Yeah. That's dry.
Dry as a bone.
Yeah.
Dry as a bone. Just like my girlfriend. No, gosh, shit.
No, you have to say. Don't say that. Just say that reminds me. That's what you need to say.
That reminds me.
Yeah. I say that every time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That sounds really fat. In terms of when I had to set these up to get to this, and I would use these sounds if I was at a gig and I was playing Ain't Nobody or something like that, I'd probably be shredding on a sound similar to this.
Yeah.
Just like guitar, I think that too much reverb, too much delay is just going to...
I had a little bit too much delay there in the end, actually, to be honest.
I think in this setting it was great.
Oh, was it?
It was great.
Right.
You know when it starts cooking with the band,
Yeah.
it all goes out the window.
Yeah, it does.
And if you're one of the few synth players in the world with a band or some mates and you want to go play, I don't. That's why I'm often delay laden. And that's hard to say, to get all the delay off, the easiest one was by far the Roland. Actually, I just scrolled right to the end of the patch list and got my init program. Whereas this was a good 10 minutes on...
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was. It was a good 10 minutes on the internet, because there's normally a
so you had to go online to kind of Google how do I do this?
It would just be like, you know, you got... Like,
I just go like that.
Do you ever get with multi-effects units where you're like, just give me a clean sound with nothing?
No, I don't. I am very... I don't use multi-effect units because I don't understand it. And I think that's one of the reasons, like MIDI, for instance, I'm really...
Yeah.
I go, as soon as somebody goes to MIDI and you have to... That pedal, that has to trigger that unit into this,
You're
you know,
turned
Strymon. I'm like, it's Strymon Big Sky, and then I've got the G2 gig rig, and I'm like, immediately, I'm just calling up Dan, going, help me, man, I don't know what to do. I'm like, oh, you just have to MIDI 1 to channel whatever, and I'm just switched off already then.
Yeah.
If there's a display,
there's something beautiful about the fact, there you go, oh, I don't like the delay, I'm just whacking it off.
I just, hang on,
that
reminds me.
And what's great is there's been such leaps in the fact that there are plenty of knob for a fiddle here, but sometimes you still, here you can just see this has got like a little OLED screen.
Oh, that's got an OLED.
But there's something
OLED.
kind of refreshingly simple about the Nord.
Yeah.
I like a kind of Stranger Things style. Have you seen that on Netflix?
Oh, I love it. I watched the whole thing. I'm waiting for the next one to come out.
So yeah,
Preview especially for Andertons
kind of
stuff.
like that old school.
Yeah,
vibe.
and it's very. That's why I think I got the piano one, because it's just like it sounds great.
Right, and you felt the same. You no reverb, hit a button.
They just make some. It sounds great, you know. I'm biased to keyboards because I don't really use them very much. I just need something that kind of simple to use.
Yeah, exactly.
Like me.
Exactly.
So, I think it's a preference thing, isn't it? You know, if you like to get deep.
Yeah.
To get in deep.
I know that we're jamming. And we played the silly pentatonic licks, and we're trying to look for some comparison here. It's really like a thin veil for a video.
Yeah.
But to get serious, vaguely serious, let's talk about why you'd buy one over the other. I think the Sub 37, because there's all these keyboards have been out for a bit, so people have done their.
There'll be videos out there. And
people had first whack at it.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I think, that sounds really warm, doesn't it? Oh, getting old school. Much brassier and, oh, that's shit.
I think you kind of have to, you probably, like guitars, you prefer a tone, like you prefer a Strat or Telly, or, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like a Fender amp, or, I'm playing a Victory V40. You kind of have a tone that you prefer.
Even this bad boy can go out of tune. That's the thing with the analog. Oh, I won't stand up.
Oh, you can stand up.
They can drift, and I had a Moog Voyager for a bit. And I used to have a Boss tuner plugged into it. I had to tune it up because when it got hot, it went well out of tune when the lights came on. So even in sound check, you'd sound check and get the gig, it would be well out, just like really a guitar.
Strange, isn't it?
Yeah. And so with this back, they're so stable.
Yeah. But that could be a thing people are looking for, like stable thing, and kind of I just want to plug it in and go, there's my sound.
How about? Do you want to just sit here and see how you feel in the driving seat, as it were, and just see what you think what looks sexiest? What looks sexiest?
I don't know. As a guitar player.
Yeah, go on. Well, that's what everyone plays guitar. Keyboards are losers.
Everybody plays guitar. I don't know actually.
If you were going to
buy the Pro, actually, I like that the way it looks with the little
just go purely subjective.
As a guitar player, I like old school things. I like tube amps and all sorts of stuff. But then again, I like the Kemper as well. I hate to say it. You know what I mean?
You sound lovely on the Kemper.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thanks, man. But
these aren't all four of these aren't kind of all singing, all dancing.
Okay.
These are a little bit what we did, with the lead synth lines.
Yeah.
So the Sub 37, as I was saying, you spend a lot of money for one note in the world of synths.
And that's all it does.
Yeah, it's paraphonic. So it could do two.
So you can hold two notes down at the same time. Just talk to me. I don't know. You know what I mean?
That's it. Yeah.
It means you can take two. You can press down two notes at the same time. Three you can't do.
Three.
So you can't do chords.
No.
So that would be for your solos and your stuff, right?
Solos and maybe some Thin Lizzy. If you put it to a third,
or some like a bass thing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the Nord is. That is. I don't know. I have no idea. Let's have a look.
There you go.
Polyphonic.
That was 4. I can do an F minor 7.
Sounds so brassy.
Yeah.
That's like the synths that Morris Day in the Time and Prince.
Oh yeah.
That kind of really funky era when they were doing Everlasting Now.
Yeah.
Yeah, all like big brassy Nords and stuff. Because they weren't taking the big Oberheim synths they used to have out there.
Yeah.
And give us a bit. So you can hear. So that's cool. They've expanded. That's one that's again analog, but obviously
I like the wooden frame as well.
Just like you with effects, people were talking about analog drive-through and things like that.
Yeah, and it all gets. I switched off immediately as well.
For real. But maybe you can feel it.
Oh yeah.
And I think that on there's a lot of talk when people, has it got an analog delay, a digital delay?
Yeah.
And does that then take away from how fat and analogy it is? But
I'm a big fan of bypassed pedals.
Yeah.
Not true bypassed. Sorry, not true bypassed, but buffered pedals.
That impart a character even when they're not on. Yeah.
Because like I used to Muller a lot. I like that, and it's got a buffer in there, and it kind of just does that to the amp.
And do you feel it? Because
I can feel there's more in it.
You
know
can
what I mean?
feel
it's like,
it more than hear it.
Yeah, people go, I want to have buffered through bypass pedals, as you know, and they all through bypass, and then you lose loads of signal, or you stick a bus tuner in the front of everything. That's still a buffer. So it's kind of
and on here, so you might put it through the delay that's built in there, but you can feel it just takes a bit of the substance out of it. But you've got the choice. What we've done is, the reason why we put it back into the, why we put it there is to see what their raw sound is. Just like probably a Strat into a deluxe.
Well, a deluxe or
clean.
And I say that all the time. If any of you that actually watched me before, a Fender into a Fender, you can't go. It's just the sound. It is what it is.
And for demoing a guitar, to see what the voice is of the guitar.
It's just that's just something about it, you know. But I don't really know much about keyboards other than I've seen loads of, been recording, been in the old the farm studio.
Yeah.
And where they've got all of these old synthesizers just from original, and they have to warm up and
they wobble, and you got to tune them up.
And then you might not get anything out of it, or the first 10-15 minutes might be the best thing you're ever going to get, and you're never going to get that again. And I really enjoy that sort of thing, and it inspires people to kind of come up with new ideas, and like pedals on a guitar, sounds you play differently. I can imagine for you guys it would be the same sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean they're all very similar.
Yeah.
So we just had a little play there, and hopefully it comes across. This video is good for judging. I don't know what it's good for.
I don't know if it's good for at all either.
It's
a video about some stuff, isn't it?
Right. In the Andertons ivory tower, someone screamed down and said, "Hang on, you two have a fight, have a lick battle.
Have a lick each other, go and lick each other."
Jack, go in and choose 4 synths, and
and these were the ones you chose. And why did you? So okay, I can ask you then. So why did you choose these synths then?
This analog balls to it.
Yeah.
So it's got analog balls, but what goes with balls? It's got a digital or something else.
Okay.
But the balls are analog.
Yeah.
And this chap, same deal.
Yeah.
And then we've got the Nord in there that's all digital.
Digital? Yeah, that's funny, isn't it?
But it sounds
that's,
in here way fatter.
Yeah.
It's
the sprinkle magic mousse dust from Sweden on top of these things.
It's
like,
Norway, is it? It's like with the Kemper, isn't it? Probably where you now and again, or like an amp when it's not at the right volume, like having an AC30 for an acoustic jam night.
Yeah.
It's just it's a great amp.
Yeah, but it has to be cranked up.
Exactly. And
but when it's not, it's like something missing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's like. But
that sounds very brassy, in fact. Yeah. And then the Sub 37 is all analog again, and mainly a lot of people saw it as a bass synth, synth bass. A little fatty was out there.
That's very in at the moment, isn't it? Where the bass player actually has got a synth bass.
If you're trying to get gigs, a lot of the bass players
you have to play
on the blower. Set. What am I going to get? And no one wants to spend any money on it. Anything. Like I don't want to spend any.
I'm a keyboard player and a bass player, but I want to.
I did a video a while back on the smaller micro keyboards and what they sound like through bass. So these are a little bit posher.
Yeah.
A good deal.
Well, why don't we swap over again and we'll have some.
Course,
let's do some bass. Let's do some bass riffs on it. So let's have some bass kind of. If
Well,
you know,
octave.
can you get some tones like a bass tone?
Well, luckily I've got an octave switch.
Hey!
Hopefully on each one. So JDXA octave switch.
Hey, hello.
Or yeah, come on, let's jam a 12 bar. Synth and guitar.
There you go. But it's not as fat now, is it?
It doesn't sound it, does it?
No.
It doesn't sound it.
But that's in the room.
I mean, I could, and one thing I could probably do. That's maybe it sounds like it's driving a bit harder.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Wide open. That's what's good about an initial patch. Is it's like a basic waveform.
Okay.
And it's wide open. Nothing's been taken away.
Okay.
Because these are all subtractive synths. So subtractive synth is like I start with a big waveform, like a saw wave, and then I'm going to use bits and I'm going to chip away at it to make the sound I want. So that's what filters. That's generally how I think about
I'm
it.
still very blank.
It's so exciting, isn't it? You're just. I mean.
I'm
exhilarated.
learning. I'm learning here. I'm bussing.
Who needs drugs, huh? When you've got synths, you just don't need it. You really don't. Oh.
When you got that tone.
When you got that tone, who
yeah,
needs bloody drugs?
Exactly.
Right. I mean, that sounds great.
It does sound good, doesn't it?
Let's whack that down an octave. Ooh, wobbly.
Is there any?
Oh, Vegeta. I mean, it does have like a thing to it.
Yeah.
It's got its thing.
It's got its thing, man.
Yeah, that's like Dan and Pete and Pete. You're Pete.
Yeah,
Dan and Mick.
I'm Pete. Yeah.
Let's have a go at this keyboard octave.
Sounds good, man. They all sound good.
At least it's good to know that they'd sound different.
Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, what would if they all sounded the same?
It's
You know,
like-
people go, but then you don't know what to buy. At
Exactly.
least you kind of go, oh, I like that sound of that one, and somebody else is gonna go, I like the sound of that one. You know.
Yeah.
It's like,
and again, I think what we've done is we've dropped the trousers of these synthesizers, and you're seeing their balls. And you, a bit like there's a new TV show called Naked.
I've seen that. I'm like, the first time I saw it, I'm like, okay, so let's see the bottom half, and then it's like, I just see this willy dangling, and you're just going, what? And I'm like, and then they have to meet each other afterwards naked. They're like, okay, so now we bring out the naked people, and now they're gonna have to see you naked as well. And they just stand there right in front of each other, just going, hello,
It's
how are you?
enough
I've never met you before.
To activate the parental lock settings on your TV. You know, the stuff.
I was like this for like half an hour, just going, what is the TV show? I didn't like
Both the men and the women as well. It starts off with their feet.
Yeah.
And you'd think you'd get your feet done.
Like, yeah, there was one with like claws on there. There was like a woman there, like a girl with like claws, and you go, honestly, they're gonna film your feet. You lost me at
But we're here looking the waist down on these synths.
Yeah.
And personally, I think the Nord has really big balls. I think that the Protest and the Sub 37 have got beautifully shaped balls, very balanced.
So they're the same size.
They're like, you know, like you're like,
you just look at them and go, oh yeah, that's a nice pair of balls.
He's got a lovely pair of balls.
I don't really look at many balls.
This guy's like,
it's like
in the shower, you probably wait a few minutes and just let him leave, and then go. You know.
Oh, there he is again. Oh, no, I was just gonna go in after him. Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just say, why did you come in and shower, mate? You're like, oh no, nothing. I just had to do
Hang on,
some messages.
exactly. My phone is just ringing.
Yeah, he's there going, swinging him around. That's the Nord. Swedish. You and him in a sauna.
He's got a Bjorn Borg sort of sweatband around his head as well, isn't he?
That's what it sounds like.
It's balls with a sweatband on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the Ronan's balls. I'm not sure about the Ronan's balls.
You know, I liked it actually. I must say I did like that.
Yeah, it sits in between. He's probably got a little bit. He's got big ones, but they're a little bit wonky.
That's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
But when he can actually go, he can go that, and then he can even them up because he's got so much possibilities.
Exactly.
That's what
because you can go menu diving. You can probably get plastic surgery.
Yeah, that's what you do, isn't it? And then I'm gonna get some bleaching done as well, because then it's all.
I don't know if I should
amazing.
say this.
Okay.
But when I was a baby, I had my balls laser leveled.
What does that even mean?
Essentially, back in the 80s.
So one was that long.
Mine are like, sometimes if I don't have a spirit level and I'm doing DIY and I want to check something's level, I just get my balls out and I put it down.
Stick it in.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I think maybe the title of this video
should be, which one is the
which
balls?
Which brand has the best balls? And today we've looked at them, we've analysed them, you've even touched them.
I even touched the balls. And,
you've looked at them, you've been in amongst them.
Yeah, I played a little bit with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crikey, alrighty. Yeah. Do you want to hit me off with a...
It's
hard, I can't really contribute much harmony.
Because that's all it is, isn't
I'm a monophonic... want to end on. That's a great lick.
One lick was just like faffing about.
What's funny there, when I tried to play a bit of bass,
Yeah.
I was terrible at. You know, that they were too big.
They were too big.
They were too, you know, that's so...
It's just too much.
But that's cool. That would easily be sorted because, like I said, you take away.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, you will go in and let's have a look. Let's have a look. Filter. I don't know anything about these ones. Filter it down and warm it up.
Yeah.
But what's nice is kind of like maybe you'd think with a guitar tone, if you've got a good one to start with,
Yeah.
and you're going to add things to it,
Yeah.
It's got quite a brash voice. But that was fun, man.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm not sure we've learned anything today.
I don't know if I've learned very much.
What have we learned today?
What have we learned today? Well, we've learned that there's 4 different synths that make some noises.
And they're all at Andertons. And the other thing
And the
is,
links- and we
I'd
learned the
love
links
to.
below.
Can you go into the shop and just do some images of how great the synth bit is in the shop?
Oh, there's loads of synths in there. You should really come
There's
in and check
nowhere
it
in the
out.
country where you can go and have every... Well, I haven't seen it. I'll go around and you know...
You travel around, you do your...
I go in
touring stuff.
and I love going to music shops. I think it's like my favourite thing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I go in, and there's nowhere in the country where you can see the whole of the Nord range, all of the Roland stuff, because we've got the Planet.
We have got,
like the biggest Planet in the country, I think. And all the Dave Smith. There's definitely nowhere I've seen, and all of those big brands and the Moog stuff all in one place, and they're all plugged in to play. You can ask them for headphones and have a go on them yourself, and the staff there are really knowledgeable, much more so.
There you go. I couldn't
myself.
put it. And definitely me.
Yeah, nice.
Definitely. I just walk past it and look over there, and there's loads of white and black keys.
I don't know. I just remember when I
know.
used to do the old videos.
Yeah.
I used to like ending on a demo button.
Let's have it. It's a great idea.
Well,
is there one? That's the thing.
no, there's no demo button.
Is there not?
There's
it's
not.
your thing, though. It's your thing.
I even went to Sweden, and I went to the Nord factory, and I asked them to put demo buttons in, and it was a room of pretty cold, cold-looking Swedes. They were not impressed.
Sweatbands.
So I wouldn't expect any demo buttons going into Nord products soon, despite my enthusiasm.
Okay, well then.
So the best we could do, I reckon, if you could set a loop and somehow I could find some form of latch function.
Yep. And then
we can bugger off and get a pint.
That sounds like a good idea.
All right.
Yeah.